Hey guys, it's that Austin from Save Point Games here, and I have another Transformers Legacy toy review from the Cybertron universe. Override with the Cybertron symbol, I believe this is. I remember this being on the keys that you used to put in them, so that's a pretty cool throwback right there. Some cool artwork on the side. This is part of the Transformers Voyager class. Picked this up at Walmart. Here's what the front of the packaging looks like. And here's on the top. Got a picture of him in vehicle mode. Vehicle mode looks a little weird with his head sticking out, but it is what it is. Picture of him on the side. And then zoom out so you guys can see the back of the box. Here's him in robot mode, here's him in vehicle mode. He looked a lot better in robot mode. The vehicle mode looks very funny to me. It says it's 19 steps. Here's the other side, which just leads us to the front of the box. And it's, of course, it's the open window. So, yeah, let's go ahead and rip into it. Let's see what we can get ourselves into today. If I can find a device that opens things. And I ripped it anyway, so it's okay. We got it for the toy, not for the box. Here's the instructions, which we will go through in a second. Of course, legal paperwork or whatever. Dump that in the trash. And here's what he looks like. Here's what he looks like. Oh my gosh! Right when he comes out, he's got a little backdrop on him, and it's the little like twine rope stuff that they use. Go ahead and cut these open and get these out. There's a little backpack, it looks like. Of course, I'm going to show the boring part, because why would I not show the boring part of opening the new toy? I actually had this one sitting on my desk for a while, so I've been pretty excited to jump into this guy. Here, I had the original one from Cybertron, the actual Cybertron toy line. What's he still caught on? Right here? There we go. Move that to the side, and here we go. I'm guessing his little backpack is going to go right here. And there's him in vehicle mode right out of the box. He actually looks pretty cool. How does the... I guess these just flip out because we don't have a Cybertron key, but they don't do it very well in vehicle mode. So, as for his vehicle mode, we'll go ahead and knock this out of the way. Like I said, his little backpack comes off, and it's supposed to have some weapons here, but this is going to end up turning into his laser blaster, whatever you want to call it, later. Attaches to his back, which is so great. I hate when Transformers have like extra parts that are laying around when they're in vehicle mode, but he rolls decently. Very small figure, but yeah, tiny figure. I guess we're gonna learn how to transform this guy, and we'll be right back. So we're back, and one thing I have to say about this Transformer is it's awful. It's awful in vehicle mode. Like, the canopy will not clip in, it just refuses. And this toy is just very poorly done. It's nowhere near what I remember the original being. I know this is not the original, but it's just terrible. It is a terrible figure all the way around. I'm going to show you how to transform this thing. So, pretty sure you start you start with the arms. You pull, the arms are pegged in. Right, let me pull this up so you can see. Sorry. The arms actually are pegged in right there. You can see that he holds on to the little things right here. You're going to undo that. And when you undo that, it lets you pull the entire body down. And you can pull the arms apart and they rotate. And like I said, the entire body comes down. His legs separate right here at the pegs. So his legs separate and you'll pull them down. And there's nothing for them to clip in. They just free ride on this joint right here, which looks awful, dude. And they lock into place behind this, which also looks terrible. They just lock like that. I mean, if it was higher up and it like didn't show, that would be one thing. Because they have a joint here and then they got another random joint right here, which just looks terrible. I don't know. I'm not on board with it, but hey. So you're going to do the legs. The feet are like so. When you they're like so. When you start up, they're wrapped up like this. You pull the leg down. You're gonna flip the toes out. Turn these in and wrap them around in the back. And this is supposed to be what covers up these joints, but they look terrible, dude. Just terrible. Like, what even is that? Anyway, now that the legs are done, you're going to fix the rest of his body, like so. You're going to rotate his arms up, and then pull on the canopy to reveal his face. And this is supposed to attach down here, but it doesn't look like it's wanting to. Like I said, this figure is atrocious, dude. It is a beast in its own. But anyway, there's a peg right here that it pegged into. I didn't know if it caught that on camera, so I'll redo it. You pull down, and then you gotta do anything you can to get that to snap in there. And now you're left with this awkward thing, and there's some really weird pivot joints, and it has to peg here and here, and it also has to peg here and there, right there. So you got to kind of do this motion at the same time, because if you do that one first, it gets caught in the back here. As you can see, this red piece is supposed to be in this pocket. So you're going to put the red piece in that pocket, and then put this one here and shut her down. There you go. So you're gonna do the same here. You're going to put this red tag behind the wheel in that pocket, and then close her up so that she's all in. Rotate his hands, and there you go. He's supposedly good to go. He stands up pretty well, even though he looks terrible, even though he's just a really awkward, terrible build. He stands up pretty nice. You take his little, this can be a backpack. So if we do it like this, you can leave this on his back and it will be just fine. It does weigh him down a bit, but these still are just fine. Or you can take it off pull these back out and use this as his blaster. If I can get a good pose without him looking stupid, you know. There you go. I guess that's pretty decent. But yeah, so there you go. You can pose them a little bit and do a little something with them. I don't know. I really hate the way these legs work. They look awful. Like, look at that. What even is that? I don't know. I'm very disappointed in this figure. I got it out of pure nostalgia for retail at $25, and I regret it. But anyway, we'll do articulation real quick. His head, simple ball joint, spins with 360 degrees, no up or down movement. Well, a very small amount of up or down movement. He does have joints here. He rotates on a swivel here. He has bicep movement, and he can rotate his fist, which is kind of hard to see because it's black on black. That is for both arms, same articulation. In the legs, he can put his legs out to the side. He has, this is how it's supposed to work in theory, but he can also, which I guess this can come in handy because like you can use this extra motion to do things with poses, but I would try to cover it up if you do like maybe something like that. I don't know. I would try to avoid showing this because it looks goofy. But he does have side to side. He's got rotation at the thighs, and he's supposed to have this joint here, but he has an extra joint that lets him go forward. The feet have no tilts. Oh wait, okay, the feet do have rocker tilts, and they've got the forward, backward, and whatnot. So articulation isn't too bad. He is very tight. You can hear him squeaking. He's very tight figure, except right here where he's not supposed to be anyway. But yeah, I don't know. If you, I'm not a fan of this figure. If you just need it for your shelf or your collection, go ahead. But I honestly cannot stand this figure. I'm gonna probably pose him and then never take him back off the shelf. Totally awful compared to some of the other ones I got, like this. Like, here we go. Here's the Red Alert from War for Cybertron, to show you like a size comparison, and just as an example. I think this is probably the best Transformers figure I've gotten so far out of everything I've reviewed. And this is leagues above this figure. This figure is just, I guess if you do it correctly, it's okay, but there's just so much opportunity. And I honestly can't get over how awkward the legs are. Maybe if there was like a peg in here. This looks like it goes into something. It looks like there's supposed to be a peg right here, and it just was not put in correctly. So I don't know. I'm not a fan of this. I'm not a fan of this figure. If you can get by with the weird legs, and you do need this for your collection, go ahead. It's not the worst thing in the world. I am complaining a little too much, but it's just not what I was expecting. Huge letdown for me. Anyway, let me know if you like this video. If you'd like to see more Transformers content, or even some Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh openings, which I will be doing soon, as you can see in the background. Please just let me know what you'd like to see. Leave a comment, and I'm here to entertain you guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like, and we'll see you next time. Peace.